46, where basically him and another guy go out into the woods to go hunting, but they end up finding one of them.
I love Vincent Price, but Scott, do you have anything?
What happened on their hunting trip, Scott?
But yeah, it was like they basically go on a hunting trip, but one tries to hunt the other.
Oh, so it's like the most dangerous game.
Yeah, but it was like
But on a small scale.
1946, I think.
It's like surviving the game, but Ice-T fights back.
It's like
But it's one-on-one.
Hard Target, but Jean-Claude Van Damme can't kill Lance Henriksen.
But that's the end of what I've been watching and listening to.
Oh, okay. Well, I didn't watch very much either. For whatever reason, I didn't watch much of anything. We were busy doing convention stuff, and I've been rewatching Twin Peaks in anticipation of the new season. I watched mostly just Vincent Price stuff, like in the spirit of the episode. I watched his second William Castle film, The Tingler, which is a really cool little creature movie.
Yeah, we talked about Matinee, right? We talked.
Yeah,
okay,
I think so.
Yeah, we just talked about it.
Okay,
the Dante movie with Goodman.
We forgot to mention that it was a William Castle.
Yeah,
pretty much
an homage.
Yeah,
basically, yeah. And I watched Tomb of Lygia. That's
the one I was gonna pick. I never watched.
That was the last of the Poe, Corman, Price films.
You said 7 of them or something.
Yeah, they did 7. They did 8 films together, but only 7 of them were.
Was it good?
Yeah, they're all good. It wasn't like the first time I'd seen it. That one's cool. It's about this guy's dead wife possessing the body of his new wife, and through the spirit of, like, her spirit is trapped in the cat's body or something. And it's pretty cool. Lots of cool visual stuff. Lots of all of those Corman Price Poe adaptations are, like, visually among the best films made.
That's the name of a Team Sleep song.
Oh, what?
Team Sleep.
What's a Team Sleep?
The drummer from Hella and stop doing it.
It doesn't matter. Shut
up.
I watched a lot of Vincent's TV work stuff, like all of his Batman episodes where he plays Egghead, and they were extremely entertaining.
Jesus Christ!
Fuck you if you don't like '60s Batman.
Yeah, I just saw a little thing on that Vincent Price trivia. He started an egg fight on set during that. I don't know why. I know what you're talking about.
Because he's a ham.
He's a fun guy.
Yeah, he is. And I watched his episode of The Muppet Show, which is just goddamn wonderful and hilarious.
Yeah, that is pretty awesome.
What is that?
I don't know. Speed it up, though.
Well, that's all I've been watching.
Oh, really? Okay.
Oh, wow.
So I watched Larry Clark's Marfa Girl, which I guess is going to be a Marfa Girl 2, and I always make it a point to watch.
Is this like a new Larry Clark movie?
It's like 2014 maybe, something. Yeah, I guess so.
I
always make it a point to watch his movies because I love the dialogue, because they're kids that don't have a script. It's like just act natural, and you can tell through Larry Clark movies that it's just all almost... They're just he gives them a scenario and bullet points maybe, and then they just act it out like they're really those kids. And it's kind of cool. He's like a really sleazy, smutty guy with all the kids.
All the movies of his that I've seen, I really like, except for Julian Donkey Boy.
I've never seen that, but I think my favorite is Bully because I love the fucking real story about it.
Bully is the best one, and then probably Another Day in Paradise.
But that's not that's like a movie. Another Day in Paradise. It's not just like,
James Woods, Melanie Griffith.
Yeah, I've never seen... I think the only one I've seen of his is Bully.
You never saw Kids or...
Oh, okay. I've seen Kids, yeah.
Yeah. But this one is... it doesn't hold up. It's not as good. It's got the kids' sex and stuff and the skateboarding and what have you. It's worth a watch, I guess, but it's not as good as like all that. I also watched Wreck because Exploding Heads covered it. And when I listened to it, that's another thing I thought about when I started watching Rec. That's the goal of horror podcasts to me, is to get someone interested in a movie, because sometimes I'll like have that like existential like thought, like why do we do this? I mean, we have a passion for horror movies, but what's our main goal? I guess for me, as listening to a podcast, it gets me interested in a movie that I've already seen.
Right.
And when you hear, like, I hadn't seen Wreck since it came out, like 2008, actually, when it actually came out to like DVD or whatever. But it got me interested in it just by listening to people talking about it. I was like, okay, so I gotta watch that again, even though I don't like it.
Did you guys talk about I Was a Teenage Caveman?
No, but that's another bunch of kid sex movies or kid sex in that. I just watched Wreck again because they're talking about it. I didn't watch 2, 3, or 4, but that's the goal for our podcast. I think is to get people interested in these movies.
Right. Yeah. It's
because then I thought I was like, we do this because we love horror movies, but what is our goal? I guess to get people interested.
Yeah,
in
I want
movies.
people to watch the movies that we're talking about if they haven't.
And
seen
that's
them.
exactly why I watch Wreck, because Exploding Heads did that, and I was like, oh, I have to revisit that.
That's kind of why I did a rewatched Sleepaway Camp too, because I went back to their old episodes and they did a Sleepaway Camp cover of the whole entire series, and it made me want to watch it again.
So if anything that we accomplish, I guess that's what we're trying to do, is get you interested in these movies that we talk about. Or just like get a different spin on it, and if you've seen it before, you'd be like, okay, I'd like to rewatch it, I guess.
Except you got to yell at Randy sometimes, because sometimes he picks movies that are so goddamn difficult to find. So it's hard for people to actually find them to watch them.
I picked the most difficult one in this episode.
Yeah, this episode, but like, you know, like Subconscious Cruelty, there's no way really to watch that unless
There's no way you should watch that. It shouldn't be available whatsoever. It's god-awful. What else have I been watching? Deadwood. I'm on episode 3.
Deadwood is my very favorite television series of all time.
And then I watch...
Oh, no, we have to talk about Deadwood for a minute now.
We did that already before.
I don't know if we did.
Well, I said that earlier. I said it earlier. I was like, it's cool that back then they were like calling each other cocksucker. And
yeah, because you thought that Witchfinder General was Deadwood.
No, Masque of the Red Death.
Oh yeah, Masque of the Red Death.
Whatever. But
Stupid. So I don't even have any faith that you remember Masque of the Red Death at all.
Yeah, I do.
Well, you think that Vincent Price and folks were calling one.
We were watching a Vincent Price movie when I remembered like what I was. Okay, that's one reason why I thought that. This is all edited out.
Brad Dourif is in Deadwood.
I know, Brad Dourif is in every episode.
Yeah, he's a big character. Doc Cochran is a very featured character.
I love
Powers Booth. It's a huge cast.
Powers Booth's not even the first episode.
No, he doesn't show up until like the third or fourth episode.
I haven't seen him yet.
You'll see him very soon.
Good.
If you keep watching the goddamn show and don't just give up on it.
Okay, and Swearingen, is that his name?
Al Swearingen.
Yeah, he's in American Gods, which is awesome.
Yeah, Ian McShane.
It's fucking. Did you watch the first episode?
No, I don't really like.
Doesn't
Neil
matter.
Gaiman.
Doesn't fucking matter.
I'll watch it,
dude. It's fucking awesome.
I've been hearing great things.
I like a lot of people say it's weird, but what? Like, dude, it's so entertaining. It's so gory. The gore is so good.
That's cool. I like gore.
Dude, it's like fucking. It's so gory. It was fucking perfect.
That's cool.
Yeah, I definitely been wanting to check that one out.
And that's all I've been watching.
Okay. Well, then we should probably. I mean, there's a lot to talk about as far as. Vincent
we also
got
to do the plugs real quick.
God damn it! All right, I'm going to plug Juan Gutierrez first and foremost because everybody always forgets until the end.
No, we agreed. That's your plug.
Yeah, that's your plug now.
Okay, well,
because you don't have anything to
plug. Because
plug.
I only have the one. So Juan,
you stop plugging the Lonesome Undertaker Instagram because it sounds like a Juggalo name.
What?
I think that's why you stopped doing it. You don't do it
sound
anymore.
Like a Juggalo name.
You don't even get on there anymore, do you?
I've been checking.
Maybe if you change your screen name, you'd get on there more.
I've been checking it recently.
Okay.
Yep, and then you can follow us at the Horror Drunks Podcast on Facebook, the Horror Drunks Podcast group on Facebook.
And that's why you're listening, because you've already seen that.
Yep, well, maybe. Check us out at the Horror Drunks Podcast on Instagram. We're also at the Horror Drunks on Twitter.
What do you mean we're at the Horror Drunks?
That's what it's called.
We are the Horror Drunks.
Speaking of Twitter, shout out to the Ghostbusters softball team.
Oh yeah.
God.
But no, like literally that's what Twitter is at your name.
Oh.
See, he's useless when it comes to social media.
I don't have a Twitter. I barely have an Instagram.
Hey, I barely understand Twitter, so I just post our stuff on there and then log back off because I
Yep.
don't get it.
No Twitter, no Instagram for me. I have stuff, but I don't do anything on there. I never log in.
Then you can email us any questions at askthehorrordrunks@gmail.com.
And if you're really interested, just come fucking live with me or something. Let's be roommates, and then you can know all the inners.
Bitch, if
and
anybody's
outers.
going to be your roommate, it's going to be me.
Fuck that.
Go
I get
to-
made fun of the whole time I come home.
No, no.
How do you think I feel when you live with me?
Yeah, but at least he was in the basement. We'd have to be in the same fucking
Well, no,
room.
I was in
pretty
the
much.
basement. I was hiding in the basement because that's my man cave.
Well, then you're asking for it because he was living right there.
That is true. But also, don't forget to check us out on iTunes at The Horror Drunks. Subscribe to us and give us a review. I'll be nice and say you don't have to leave us a 5-star this time. You can review us however you want. Just leave us a review.
Do they have half stars?
I don't think they do. I think it's just 1 star.
Just review us 5 times and give us 1 every time. So we get a 5-star somehow.
Yeah, we definitely need to get
I'm
that
sure
out there.
I think we had-
Has anyone given us any stars at all?
Mr. Watson gave us 5 stars.
Oh, then there we go. We already have a 5-star review.
I don't know if anybody else
Let's
has.
give us a 4, just to let's get all over the map.
I'll just create an account and get on there and give us a 4.
That's fucking cheating.
Hey, it helps us get some people seeing us, though.
No, it doesn't.
It does.
It's dirty.
It is, but you know what? Fuck it. We play
What
dirty.
else are you plugging?
That's it.
No, that's
Oh,
it.
wait, nope, sorry. You can check out any of my reviews for movies at pophorror.com.
He's really good.
Thank you, Ken.
Ugh.
Fuck you, Randy.
No, you're right. It's
By the way you
But
just
so,
said it's
I mean,
mockingly.
I think it's cool how you evolved.
I'm helping you
Before
plug,
the podcast.
I'm helping you plug your butt. I mean,
Yay!
Your writing.
And then also I have I've been writing video game reviews for HorrorGeekLife.com. My first review for Everybody's Gone to the Rapture is up, and you can read that. And I've been doing news articles there right now until I do my next article,
Okay.
which I'm going to be doing the greatest moments of Witcher 3 because that movie. That
Did
game's
you
fucking
beat
awesome.
it? You didn't beat it. No way.
No, I'm 230 hours in, and I'm on the last mission.
God.
Yeah, dude. It's supposedly one of the hardest games in years.
That's like 10 days.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, well, I was gonna say, you remember me? I played the shit out of it when you lived with me.
Uh,
It's the white long-haired guy that killed people with swords, cut him in half, and shit.
All right,
like
that's
that.
into the plugs. So, Randy, we're talking about your main squeeze,
Vincent,
Vincent Price.
Yeah, born into a wealthy family. His grandfather invented Dr. Price's
baking soda.
cream of tartar. That's
That's way off, dude.
Well, no, he also did
Oh.
created baking soda as well.
Yeah, and
Wow, the baking soda.
affluent family. Went to Yale, studied abroad in Europe, studied acting, and we already touched on the fact that he was a big food, a foodie, a chef. He had his own cookbook, Cooking Price-Wise or something, I think it's called.
It's clever.
Yeah. He's just, a Renaissance man. People say that he was typecast or whatever, but I think he did what he enjoyed doing. I think he just liked doing horror films. And
I mean, you know what? That's coming from a wealthy family. You're allowed to do that.
so
I hate that about people, but whatever.
his first horror role was in 1940 in one of the Invisible Man sequels. It was The Invisible Man Returns. It's kind of like a small role. He did a...
Well, he started off with small roles because he's 6'4", and then a lot of people didn't want to... No, I'm serious.
Yeah, he
They didn't wanna-
upstaged leading men.
Yeah, and they didn't want that.
Yeah, he was very dashing and dapper and tall, and he upstaged leading men. So.
People like Tom Cruise are against having tall guys on the set like that.
He did. He had a role in a James Whale film, but it wasn't a horror film. Ironically, it was a movie called Green Hell. He did the voice of the Invisible Man in Abbott and Costello Meet Frankenstein. The first two were in 1940, and then that was in 48. And his first major horror role was in House of Wax in 53. So, kind of a slow start at first, but then after that, it was The Mad Magician in 54, and then The Fly in 58, and in 59 he did House on Haunted Hill, Return of the Fly, The Tingler, and The Bat. 60 he did House of Usher, the first of his Corman Poe adaptations. Then 61 was Pit and the Pendulum, the next of them. And he did one of his most interesting films the next year, Confessions of an Opium Eater. If you haven't seen that, that's
What?
really cool. I think that's in
Yeah, I think that's in one of my
The
collections that I
third,
have.
I think that's in the Vincent Price box set, Volume 3.
Yeah, I think it is.
That's a really interesting film.
I haven't watched that one yet.
Then he did Tales of Terror. He did Tower of London, which was a Corman movie, but based on Richard III, not one of Poe's films or works. And he did The Raven. That's like...
Are you going to go over every movie that he